It's yet another day and another time that you have been waiting for. This is Shane the Magnificent on your favorite podcast, Inside Life. You know how it is, we bring you nothing short of the best. And that's what we do now, as usual. Okay, today is not an exception as we have a big fish in the house. This is an OG. Oh. OG before the IG, man.
Yeah, so
okay, SPYDAMAN in the building.
Y'all blessed, man. Give thanks and praises to the Most High God for making us see, another day and another year and, so many other years. I feel so good that I can see you again after how many years?
Oh, man. Many years back.
I remember you in Metro FM.
Yeah.
One time you interviewed me, and that was, a great opportunity, because the truth is, on your way to the top, you need to actually remember those who supported you and made it happen. So that's why I'm here today. I'm here because you've been a great guy, and I respect you.
It's a pleasure having you here, bro.
Yes, my pleasure too, my brother.
All right. So where have we been on as well, bro? We've been like, hey, where's SPYDAMAN? What's happening?
SPYDAMAN.
What's happening?
SPYDAMAN is here.
But I'm here with SPYDAMAN today.
Yeah, life on the wreck, and that's a great thing to drag me out, SPYDAMAN is here, and he's always been there, and ain't no stopping us now because we're always on the move. It is a great time to be alive, seeing the new flavor of how things are done, entertainment-wise, musically, we see a lot of things happening right now. So I've been around checking out what's going on. I dropped an album last year, November.
Last year?
Yeah, I dropped
We're
an album.
We're going to talk about that, but hold on.
And so it's not like I've been there, but not mainstream. Maybe you have not heard too much of me because of promotional style that works right now. And the fundings and the powerhouse that is behind the push. But all the same, I've been doing great stuff even without music. I've been doing other things and then trying to keep my life, together. So you can see I've been doing business. So I'm into logistics too. So it's another way I've been keeping my family, myself, and my life together.
Beautiful. A lot of fresh cards, if you permit me to use that word. Okay, in the industry right now, doing very good. A lot of them, let's say, someone out there don't know you.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Really, are you? Where are you from, and all that?
Oh, first of all,
probably he or she might have heard your song once or twice. But never really knew where is this guy really from.
Okay, SPYDAMAN is from Cross River State. I'm very proud. Even from the beginning of my career, I've always put my culture, my people in front of my music, because I think anybody that has no root is no good, So I know my roots, and I always appreciate where I come from. I'm from Calabar municipality in Cross River State, and specifically I'm from Ikodoman, 8 miles, where they call 8 miles in Calabar. Man, so if you want to check me out on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, it is simply I am SPYDAMAN, IAMSPYDAMAN. I repeat, IAMSPYDAMAN. Don't get it twisted, man. Stay locked.
Nice to really get to know from your background and stuff. That year, you just blew everybody's minds. Like when you came up, which year was that?
I think the first thing I actually
2000 and
that was 2005. I think it was 25, 26.
25.
With the big sound dance hall. Call my people, make them come down to the dance hall. Or you put on your dancing shoes and come down to the dance hall. That was 2005. 2005, I did dance hall with Simeone. And I dropped an album in 2006, which was titled Let It Go. Let It Go with a record label called Next Records. Adam Esang, who was also on radio.
Was that the first label that signed you?
Yeah, kind of. Well,
Okay.
I think it was a marketing.
Okay, it was more like
marketing,
distribution.
Distribution.
Contract.
but they did some. They supported the brand to the level they could. So. And we did well. I'm sure that I'm doing this interview because we made some impacts.
Of course.
We made some impacts back in the days.
Then I was in Jos, man.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Honestly, I was with Highland FM in Jos.
Okay.
Yes, I was presenting the chart show.
Okay.
The song was always
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the truth about it is that when I did dancehall. I was also working with Benson and Hedges, B&H. We're doing tours. I was the MC, the compere for what's the name of that concert? Grab the mic, go concert. Grab the mic for Benson and Hedges.
Benson and Hedges.
I was the MC, on those shows. And then I also was the MC on Guinness Black Gold concert tour when Wyclef came.
You're an all-rounder, man.
All-rounder.
Full-fledged MC.
Yeah, because I've done television. I was on MITV Reach Out. I was the guy on MITV Reach Out as the presenter. I was also the guy that was on LTV Vibe Plus. I was the guy that was doing Golden Rockers with a brand. I don't want to mention their names, they ain't paying me, but with Philip Trimmel, Music Africa. And a big salute, respect to all these people who actually believed and supported us. We're still here.
Nice to reconnect, honestly.
Yeah.
Because at the point I was like, hey, these dudes that really kept the industry going, where are they? And stuff. Who were your peers? I'm now asking for the sake of the person listening, not myself, because I'm not sure.
Okay, yesterday, for example, I was with Tony Tetwila. We're hanging out with.
Now you see where he's coming from.
I could send you some of those videos and all that, so you can add it up. I was with Tony Tetwila yesterday with Dotun, who used to own the place at GRA Keja. So we go way back, like with Two Face. We go way back, like with Idris Abdul Karim. I go way back, like with Sound Sultan. I was a member. I was a pioneer member of Nigerian Ninjas. If you've ever heard of it?
You are?
Yes, I was. It was me, Baba D, Sound Sultan, W4 came in later, and so we're just trying to make music work, not because of the financial gains. We're just passionate about what we're doing. We just didn't know where it was going to take us, but we loved it, and we're satisfied to see what it has become today, because I can categorically say that we actually, people say we shouldn't say we're the ones that paved the way. I think, boy, we're so instrumental.
I'm afraid that is an undeniable fact.
No, but we're so.
That is an undeniable fact.
Let them just keep
saying. It is what it is.
Let them keep saying what they say, but we're not here to judge. We're just here to, state up the facts, put up the facts out there. But we're very instrumental to what the industry is right now. And as a television host back in the days, I know when D'banj came through from UK, he didn't have a video. We played him we've interviewed him without a video on MITV. I'm part of the success story of. I know the story of P Square on Benson and Hedges.
Oh man, tell me
you understand? So I was working with Benson and Hedges when P Square won. They won the Benson and Hedges Grab the Mic. I was instrumental to Sound Sultan for the first time. I must say it on anywhere, any platform. I was the one that gave Sound Sultan the form to win Benson and Hedges. Because already I've been hustling, I've been on the streets.
Wow,
I was already
legendary.
I was already a guy who knew that, okay, look, give me an opportunity, I'll take two. So, but Sultan was my friend, so I was even on that competition, but that's how nice I was. I knew that it was a strong competition, but I was just going to give him because we're friends. And he came tops because my guys didn't come through, my session band. So I have been part of the movement. I've been part of the story.
Honestly.
People can't tell me anything. Nobody can tell us how the industry started. Some people be writing their books and be doing their own story about how the industry evolved, and I will be laughing at them and be looking at them, because if you don't carry people like us along, then I don't think you're being fair enough. you can't be telling us about the industry without Spider-Man. I was one of the people who brought the revolution to videos. I was number 3. Yes, my video dancehall was off the hook because it was played on MTV Base back to back, was played on Channel O without even me, paying anything for it. It was not from the promotional angle, because people respected your craft. Back in the days, it was about your craft. It was about what you're putting into the business. It wasn't about what you had, which is finance. And so that's where the problem, I think, is. But let's don't go into that, except you ask me.
Anyway, I would love us to go into that. Like, seriously, man.
Great.
I think young artists should know that you couldn't build a house without foundation.
But I think they
it's not
possible. I think they think they did.
No.
Okay, so what we did.
The thing is, their era will soon be over, and
then some other
they're
people
paving way for other
great
artists right now, and same mind.
So we didn't have emails, bro. We didn't have emails. We didn't have social media. We didn't have anything to work with. What we had was the passion. What we had was us walking, going to radio stations by ourselves.
Imagine putting out an album, no internet, nothing,
no internet, and then people were here. How did they hear it?
How did you manage to get it to the people?
It was first you being determined.
It must be rigorous.
It was you being determined. So first you have to go to radio stations, one after the other. Not that you can now send it. You can now do WhatsApp and send your song to on radio
from your phone,
from your bedroom. Yeah. You have to go to the radio stations yourself. You wait in the morning for the guy in the morning shift. Wait for the guy in the afternoon shift. Wait for the guy in the evening shift. Otherwise, you'll not get played, and then you don't know rotation. So people heard you on the radio, and then also Alaba helped us a lot. You can't disrespect Alaba for making sure, although they were stealing from us, they were pirating us. And then the truth is, that's the only way we could be heard. I'm telling you the truth. They were not.
Some had to pay money for their songs to be pirated.
Yes, we did. You needed to pay. I can tell you, Timaya. I did a song with Timaya in 2008.
Okay.
Egu. Move your waistline to the baseline. Mr. DJ, put them for rewind. Autograph, everybody one sign. Cause we number one, say all the time.
Yeah,
so that's a big sound I did with that's what I did with Timaya in 2008. And even before Timaya dropped an album, I was working with K Solo. And when Timaya was trying to round up his album, he had an issue, delays from K Solo. I was the one that tapped K Solo and said, hey, this guy is complaining. Release his work to him. I never knew Timaya then. But when Timaya started catching fire, he actually remembered that, look, I was part of, at least I put a word for him.
Timaya is that humble. I know him. I can trust him.
Yes. He easily knows you.
You hesitated when you said yes to what I said.
You want to go there.
There's another angle that
Timaya, I think is my friend, but I haven't spoken to him in a while. But I think if you don't know Timaya, he's not going to be your friend.
Okay.
You just can't say.
You know Timaya. Why aren't you that close now?
First of all, let me ask you this question. Out of sight could be out of mind. You know that already, don't you?
That's like against the saying itself.
The saying is out of sight is out of mind. And when the bigger you grow, when you get big, you leave some people behind unknowingly.
Is that what happened?
I think.
It might not really be intentional.
I don't think I'm Timaya's. I don't think I was first of all Timaya's friend from the beginning. I think it's the music that brought us together.
You were colleagues.
Yeah, just the music brought us together. So
colleagues.
If I was his personal friend, I'm sure that it maybe would have been a different feel. But but all the same, man, bro, we're still good. We're still good. I don't think he's gonna see me and then he'll walk past. It's my friend.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. You had a song with MI?
Yes, I have two songs with MI. MI, yeah. It's a story about MI. What's my story with MI now? Okay, so I was doing Spin-Off Ice parties. I was the MC for Spin-Off Ice parties.
Well, you don't chop money for
in Jos, and I did Jos Abuja, and I think Lagos.
So how was the pay then? Sorry, let me. I'll take you back.
Yeah.
You've told me you've worked for Guinness
And Benson and Hedges.
Benson and Hedges. That must have been big.
Then it was big for me. It was big for me because I was just
How was the
growing up.
endorsement like?
It wasn't like an endorsement. It was like it was like just an agency.
Contract. Come do this for me. I'll pay you this.
Yeah, like have an MOU with because I was on television already.
Okay.
So they probably saw me on television and they're like, okay, this guy can actually deliver. So before the advent of people like Dotun, advent of people like Derrile, we're already keeping it. We're already keeping.
That's one guy.
We're already keeping energy of a concert alive. Before the advent of these people who call themselves, is what they call it now, hype men.
Hype man.
Okay, so it's not a job. It's not a what do you do? I'm a hype man.
I'm a hype man.
And it's like it's a job. We used to call ourselves compare, not hype men.
Not hype man.
So now, but you see, that's the evolution of all these things. We kept it going. We kept the music going. Kept the fire burning. So now these guys are rebranding what we were doing. So they're not giving it new names. They give it new names. They glorify it, and then people get endorsed for it, and people are making a whole lot of money from it, and it's fine. And because it's beautiful because I feel good. I see DJs who I saw come, who I supported, who I bought equipment for, become big DJs now. I'm happy about that. So that's the reason why until tomorrow I built a foundation for myself to make sure that I can put my name on the map, stamp it, because tomorrow I'll be like a conglomerate. I have people who are actually set up who I don't need to run to them, but they'll always come back to me and say, hey bro, thanks to your love, thanks to your support back in the days. And that's what we always like to do.
Are they really doing that?
They're doing that. Man, bro, don't play. Okay. Boys, one of the biggest DJs one of the biggest DJs on the island, his name is DJ Preppy. He used to stay with me for a while, so. And I think he's still showing love and support. Anytime he's still playing my sound. That's the most important thing is that he's rotating me. He doesn't have to give me financial, money. But what he's doing for me, he's rotating me in one of the biggest clubs on the island. Which now people get to pay a whole lot. I can tell you now that there's a DJ group where if you want to do promotion, you have to take your music there. The DJs will charge you like 50,000 per DJ. Do you know it's not a joke now? Promotion now.
It's not a joke, man. It's huge money. It's big money.
That's not a joke. But that's what we did. We put this energy that people now see the fire that is burning in the industry, that people now can invest their money. I can tell you that people put 50 million, over 50 billion into a project. Yes, I can tell you. Are you thinking that these guys, what's their name? Maven Records put a whole lot of money in promoting these artists, and everything they touch turns to gold because they're putting the right promotion to these things. And it's not easy, man. If you want your music to be on Apple Music Store, you know how much you're gonna pay for that? What's $15,000?
You should do your due diligence.
You need to do your due diligence, and that's where the financial capacity of why some of us who still have talent and still have the fire might not be heard. That's the truth about it, because in all your talent is not enough. Right now, talent is not enough. Your hard work pays, but it's not enough. You need the financial and backing plus the network. The network of the people who can plug you in.
Gatekeepers?
Well, if you call that, if you say that,
I know the fair word for people as such is the network.
The network,
but they're actually gatekeepers.
They are gatekeepers because if they want you to,
they would have to let you in.
If they want to let you in. So, for instance, if you have so on your side, and then so says, "Oh, look, I'm going to plug this guy in," it's going to open a gate for you,
definitely.
which would lead to another gate, which opens another gate. So it is, it trickles down to that first gate that is being opened to you, and you need to also always respect that gate. Because without that gate, there's no you.
No you, man. No you.
So,
no you. Among your peers, who are you close
very
with
close
now?
to? Well, I'm close to African China. I'm close to Blackface. I'm close to Terry G. Yeah, I've done the song with Terry. Yeah, I brought Terry G to a concert I did. It was called Roadside Party in Ajao here. It was massive. Last year December. So the good thing about me, I've been doing some other stuff on the ground entertainment.
You still did.
I was the associate producer
Nothing do you.
for Boys Can Cook, a celebrity cooking show for guys. I was the associate producer. I've also been doing some gigs here and there, planning my own event, and then trying to make sure that I stay relevant to myself first of all. In my head, I need to always remember that this is what I have a passion for. So I keep doing it, and it's been working. And I keep logistics very close to me because that's what brings the bread on the table. Don't play. I must advise anybody who's going to be doing entertainment, you need to look for another side hustle, because if you don't have that side hustle, you'll be manipulated and be engineered to do whatever they want you to do. But if you have a side hustle, which you have some funds coming in, which you can have food on your table, take care of your bills, daily bills, you would only be trying to do what you love to do and do it right. So please get a side hustle, first of all. Very key. Nice
one, man. You just held, don't play.
Don't play. No, don't joke.
That reminds me of someone.
A very dark man. Too much trouble. But I think the guy he has his own voice. Yeah. And from nowhere, the guy has been speaking up, and now he's been heard. So I think the social media has given us an opportunity to be heard. I don't think that guy did any promotion. I don't think it was about the financial push that got Very Dark Man to be, registered as a brand, first of all. Because Very Dark Man, very, very black dark man, can be seen
BDM, for sure,
as a brand right now.
Yeah.
That's the power of social media. That's what we didn't have.
I think his power lies in his originality.
In the truth.
He's original.
He's just not trying
I wouldn't
to
want to say truth, but the guy...
It's just being real.
He come across to me like
a real guy.
One who is very original.
Well, yeah.
This is me. I don't have nothing to hide. This is me. This is...
Yeah, I agree.
Like me or don't, but it's your business.
But can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah.
It takes a wise man to act foolishly. I've heard that before. So I can tell you that I can be humble in front of you, in front of everybody, because that's my craft. That's what I know sells me.
Yeah.
I can be crazy in front of people.
That is how far.
But inside of me, I am a very calm person. But that's what sells. That's what the people want to see. That's what I know. That when I do, people are connected to me.
You think he's playing a character?
I'm not saying that. I'm only saying that people can actually be whatever they want to be, if you're smart enough.
I know people can sell whatever they want to sell.
Yeah.
Especially how they want to be perceived
and
all this.
Yeah.
But I think there is a limit to how far you can fake
it. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. I've heard fake it till you make it.
I think I am a very good observer.
Okay.
If I might hype myself.
Yeah, sure. You don't blow. You have to blow your trumpet.
Honestly,
nobody's gonna
blow.
So
I've looked
noticed
at the guy
and studied him.
Yes. Honestly.
Okay. I agree with you.
I think he's original.
No, I'm not even saying anything but wrong about
his faults. His wrongs are original. His rights are original.
I'm only saying that
the brother is just who he is.
I'm only saying I like the fact that he's who he is.
Yeah.
And whatever is making him work, you should keep it going. If it's his originality that is keeping him the fire burning, he should keep the fire burning.
He's got an issue buzzing the
AFCC,
GTB, the internet these days.
GTB, AFCC.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the end of my business right now. This is about me today.
In fact, don't you think? Anyway, I'm asking because that's what is trending now.
Okay.
Do you think
the government,
the GTB
did the right
fair?
thing? GTB is saying, from the last thing I heard, GTB is denouncing it and saying they didn't know anything about it.
Still an allegation?
An allegation is allegedly until it's proven right. So that's why I don't want to be part of the story for two. I don't want to be in that mix.
Yeah.
All I know is that if GTB did that, I think that's a breach on customers' right. You can't hold on to a customer because
let's.
It's not directly. He didn't do anything directly with your bank.
Yeah.
It's not you that he has a problem with. So why try to hold him down? EFCC should know where to get him.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be the one to call EFCC. You shouldn't shut your doors on your customer.
Yeah.
That's like kidnapping. That's like holding ransom.
As alleged.
That's as alleged. So I think, but we can't know what the right story is because Nigeria is a funny place, man. And that's the truth. Anything happens and everybody goes scot-free. You don't want us to go there. No, please. I beg. Let's
make it broader. Let's make it broader. You also a client of these banks, these Nigerian banks.
Yeah.
So any experience? What do you think about it?
I just think.
You think they're doing great?
I think they're working with the government itself is not protecting the citizens. So the banks, anything they like, they do. Telecommunications, they like whatever they do. The STV wakes up in the morning. So there's nothing protecting the citizens because I think the government, the customers, the government themselves. So this is my own narrative, which might be wrong. I think that social media is a strong tool which has been used to castigate and put pressure on the government. And so the government knows that, okay, look, if we increase data, these guys are going to be, the amount of people who are going to be having the financial power to buy data and be hitting us hard will be reduced. So telecommunications, slam them tax so that they can increase the data and so that it can affect the people.
To reduce their access to the internet. That is weaponization of poverty. I think, like I said, it's my own. It's your opinion.
It's my opinion. It's what I think.
Okay.
And so.
So it still goes down to the government.
It goes back to the government. So if you're saying, I get to be stolen from by these banks, you see all kinds of electronic money transfer fee, MasterCard transfer, MasterCard fee, that fee, that fee, and I wonder, what do they give us back?
Depositing to your account, you are charged. Money, withdrawing from your bank, you're charged.
You're doing a transfer with POS, you're charged, and they just don't get it.
You're spending your money, you're charged.
I'm asking them a question: what do they give back to us for keeping our money in their bank?
Do you think
the only thing they do for us is wish you happy birthday on your birthday? Because that's the
happy Salah, happy
Christmas, happy Salah. Your text messages, they charge you for it. That's the alerts that they give to you. They charge you for it. So I think they're taking too much from us. I swear down.
You think as customers we deserve some form of dividends?
Yeah, dividends, yeah. Because if I keep my money there for a year, and then I think it's wrong. I think every shade of wrong. But I still think it's the government that gives them the opportunity to write us. The government has not been able to say, and because some of the owners of these banks are being owned or shareholders are part of the people in the government. It's like you're talking about oil, you're talking about fuel. How can you have light when people are not, if you have too much of light or the light is reduced, the tariff on the light is reduced and you're having light every time, people will not buy fuel.
Yeah. Very, very correct.
And how is that going to work for them?
Very correct.
So we have to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Now there's daylight slavery. It's not even mental. They're doing the kuro. They're enslaving us with poverty. They're enslaving us with what they take from us. They squeeze you so that you can always be poor and then don't have an opportunity to even shout. Because you will never chop. Which power I want you to shout? You understand? So, my brothers, man, I'm so sorry about. I think Nigeria is a wonderful country. Don't take it. It's one of the sweetest countries. I've been outside Nigeria a couple of times, but I think that the Nigerian government, if you go to Dubai, you see a billboard say the government that does not make his people happy is not a government. It's boldly written there. And I wonder how it is for when they go to sleep. You know why they have to use too many convoys, too many protection? They do that because they know that they're not doing the right thing. Bro, on my streets, if you come to my area, I don't need all that security because once in a while, I bless the boys on the street. Once in a while, I'm like, hey, they stop me. Hey, what's up? We gist and then we flow. How many of those people can stop on the road and say, hi, what's up? You don't get lynched because you're not doing the right things. We get to pray for things that we already have, that we already own. It's like saying you're dashing me human rights. You can't give me human rights. It's my property. It's something that I should have naturally. And you're telling me I'm going to give you human rights as your campaign, no tool. Like you're doing manifesto and you're saying, don't worry, I'll make sure you have human rights. I'll make sure you get roads. Are we not supposed to tell me something that is more that would improve me as being humans? I'm human already, so I have human rights. I'm human, so I should have basic amenities because we put the government.
Should come by default.
It should come by default. It's like a governor telling us that he's paying salary. That's
that's an achievement.
An achievement. Do you understand? My state governor once said,
salaries, wages, and
every worker deserves the wages.
Yeah.
And the governor comes out to tell you that I at least I pay salaries. And you keep wondering what's going on here.
You know the keyword in what you just said?
What?
At least.
That
means a lot don't pay.
Yes,
so if you pay now
that's an achievement. So it makes it very funny that's what we see in Nigeria, and then we don't have a choice because they are still going to. It's millicracy. I think it's millicracy. It's not even democracy. It's millicracy. I did a song called Plain Truth. You need to go listen to the song. Yeah, I think I don't. It's way back. Situation man is getting harder. It was not like this in the days of our forefathers. $1 equal $1. But right now, we can't even afford gala. They promise you things were nice up, but the only thing them do is make it rise up. Maybe open up your eyes, don't compromise. Get your man, no sell your right, you got to be wise. Make uno eradicate corruption, give us good food, health and education, yeah. So many things we have to mention, so many people them living in frustration, yeah. Cause water you know the, light you know the, fuel you know the, on my road you know the, water you know the, light you know the, fuel you know the, on my. But there is poverty there in our land. Oh God, whatever.
Unfortunately.
You know the funny thing is that when we have the mineral coal and gold, but we still they wonder why. You know why? Because my people they loot, them they rob, the government they loot, them they rob, this government they loot, then go forget say one day, then go bumper. You know, so that's like we need to get to the point of revolution.
No.
I'm not crying. I'm not going to start it, but I know that if it continue like this, if it continues like this, there won't be a revolution.
We pray it won't get to that.
We'll pray, but you know, NSAS was like a tip of the iceberg. They should watch it because the people are suffering. You can't skin the people, skin them alive, and then expect them to smile.
I believe the present day government would do
something better.
So we won't get to that point.
We're hoping, we're praying.
There was this point you made. You asked, what really are we really gaining from
the banks?
The banks, being their loyal customers and all this. Coming from where your sector, the music industry. Do you think if you would credit multinational companies or whatever companies that made the industry what it is today, would any bank
be part of it? Well, I think a few times some banks have tried to, like GTB banks.
The same GT bank?
Yes, respect to them for fashion. They do fashion week every year.
Good.
They do fashion week every year. And then you cannot take away entertainment, music from fashion.
Good.
So these things are interwoven, and people don't understand that if you have to be an entertainer, all these things go together. They go pari passu. If you have to have an engineer, you have to have a producer, you have to have a manager, you have to have a cinematographer, you have to have this, you have to have that. And in part of being of your videos, you need a fashion person.
Very true.
And so they come.
The value chain is almost endless.
It's endless. And I think the government also is sleeping on it. Sleeping because the government has not tapped from the entertainment industry. They don't believe in it. All they believe in is oil, gold, diamond, or whatever they're saying. But there's big bucks in entertainment industry. Bro, I don't want to even, should know that already. People get paid. Okay, so yesterday we had a discussion of how much Flavor gets paid for a gig now.
Flavor Nabania.
Yeah. That's the brand. That's something that's something that the government was not part of the story. Can the government say it was part of how even the state government? We can't even say okay, I personally, let's even go to my state. My state government cannot tell me that apart from the carnival, which is a strong thing. I've been performing at the carnival for a long time. But I'm talking about just picking an artist and say this is our own. Let's support. I think they did that for Sonny Neji when Donald Duke was the governor. So these present day governors, they should do more than just doing an event. They should do something that can project one of their own, because this is what happens when one person is big. When I'm big, the clothes I wear will be done by somebody. I'm like production kind of person, so the clothes should be done by a Nigerian. The shoes, what I wear, should be done by a Nigerian, so that we can actually project and sell our own selves. So if I'm big, that means that a lot of people around me. Look at Davido, for instance, man. Don't play. If you go back to what you're saying, I think GTB supported Starcoms. I remember Starcoms. They used to support, they used to do gigs. A few banks have done, a few of them who have corporate social responsibility, who see these things like, okay, but they also take from us.
But at least
they remember. When I mean they take from us, they need your endorsement. They need your to sell their brand.
Followership.
So it's help me support.
It's a mutual thing.
Yeah. So if you're saying Glow has supported a lot of artists from endorsement. A lot.
So Glow has played a vital role.
I'm thinking that Glow influenced people like MTN, Airtel to start using our artists to do adverts, because what they were doing before, they would just bring adverts from SC, bring adverts from anywhere and play here, which was not indigenous.
And Glow is our only indigenous
yeah. So what
service provider?
So what NBC or NCC should be doing is mandate them that anything you're bringing from outside will not play it. It has to be. You have to use our own models. You have to use, because we have them. You have to use our models. You have to use our artists. You have to use our celebrities to project whatever you're projecting in our land. So ask yourself, do these guys, what they do is when they see that there's a song that is antagonizing the government, they jump and say they ban it.
Like the
most recent is just very funny. It's so funny. And then I ask these people, do you have children at home? Do you have, people around you? When although these guys only work for the slave masters, that's the word. They work for the slave master. The slave masters say, go and do this. Man, they do it. You can't tell me I'm going to resign because they're not going to resign, because where's your other job? But they already know that this thing they're doing is not right. Because there are worse songs that you're supposed to sing long time. Bad. You didn't do anything about it. You were sleeping. Now you just woke up. How come it's just now that some people realize that there's something? Some kids do not even know there's NCC or NBC. They don't know this stuff. But now they know that. Why did they ban Idris song? They say that Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation. What is that? A country that has people that have no history.
So the song has now promoted them.
Yes,
they in turn promoted the song.
Have you ever heard of anything called National Orientation Agency? Back in the days, we used to hear them do Niger.
Yeah, it's more like Nigeria branding, those branding songs.
Andrew, no check out though.
Yes.
Nigeria go survive. Those were the works
trying to promote the nation.
But they don't do that stuff. I don't hear anything like that. All we hear is just bad news. We wake up in the morning, we hear one news. I've never heard of it. Now Nigeria just won this. Nigeria is this. Nigeria, because the people are tired. And you're saying we're selling our Nigeria badly. We're not trying to sell Nigeria badly. I love my country, first of all.
We're complaining.
And you can't pinch us and tell us not to cry. We must cry.
Anyway, the present day government seems to look like a listening government. So let's hope that they will do better.
Are you are you pushing me to say something more?
No.
Okay.
But if you want to say something,
I'm not afraid to say anything, my brother. Don't play. I'm just hoping that they don't come for you too, because I think you can speak. If in a place where
what I think is the regime is still fresh.
2 years.
It's still fresh.
But what I know,
everybody deserves
an opportunity.
Benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Yes.
But what I know, you can only demand anything from somebody that you gave the opportunity to.
Yeah.
I just said what I needed to say. You can only demand it from him. Nigeria will only get better, if you ask me, when we are the ones that went to beg somebody to come and be our leader. Not because I wonder why these guys are always struggling to go there. It's supposed to be too much work.
They have passion for
If
the job.
If you are supposed to go and work, they're supposed to beg you to go there. Because say the work not easy. It's not that you are struggling to go there. Why are you struggling to go there? You want
maybe you're the drive.
What drive?
Wanting to make things better.
What drive?
It's just like you now. If let's say you have seen the blueprint that you can get there, I'm sure you want to make Nigeria better. Won't you be eager? You want to get there.
Oh God, I beg.
You go hustle now.
But I can tell you, my brother, I just said what I need to say. Until the day that we are the ones that would go and beg somebody. We see this guy and see man Baba beg. That's how it's been done. Traditionally.
Is it possible for us to get there? What do you think will happen before we get there? Is it making the office less attractive? Or what?
That should be part of it. It should be less attractive. Because see, let me speak from a Labour Party angle.
Okay.
Most of the guys...
You're going politics.
Not too much. Not too much. I just want to say, some of these guys who were supposed to be an opposition, okay, let's use the word. They were supposed to be an opposition. They won from an opposition party and got into the house. Okay, when all these things are happening, have you seen any of the oppositions come out and say, rather they're trying to switch from the opposition to...
It looks like they just see road follow. Say, man, this one go carry me, go. More go.
So you see what I mean? So it's not the passion. It's not the passion that took them there. It was what they want, and what their stomach. Because if it's about what they want, you will not see people trying to decamp from one party to the other. When it's favoring them here, they move here. When it's favoring them there, they move there. So you're telling me it's about Nigeria. It's about them. It's not about the traditional rulers.
But it can never be all though.
Most of them. 90%. 90%.
The
traditional rulers who want to serve. Do you know that the people are the ones that won't go to beg them? Yes. The gods determine who's going to be king. And the elders in this community would go to the guy and say, please, come and be our king.
And the guy will be dragging.
And saying, I don't want to be king.
But in today's world,
they're putting the kings of people are using power.
Don't you think people lobby to be kings now?
Yes, they do.
So it's not just politics.
It's everywhere.
Even though that is politics on it.
It's big politics.
Because they use those people. Right.
They use those people, those traditional rulers, to control the people. That's what it says. Slave masters.
Everything is
slave masters. They know that they need this guy to control these people. They just put they now handpick and put the person there to control those people that they need to control. Like shepherds. You need a sheep. If you're a sheep, you need a shepherd.
let's go back to your industry now, your field.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I know a lot is going wrong there as well.
Yeah.
So actually, flog that side.
Oh, they flog my side.
More, yeah.
And my side problem too much.
Problem there.
Truthfully, my problem with the industry is simple. There are a lot of great talents, big talents that I didn't expect, in terms of from production angles, from the production of the music itself. So those people have been underrated. They do the most magic.
The producers
and engineers, sound engineers.
Yeah.
Because some people are not even the artists are empty. It's the producers that make them sound the way they sound. And I don't want to call names, but you already know. So we need to give respect.
I usually already know. Make them know.
No, I don't want to be calling names.
No, I'm not saying you should call name. Are you now talking about using technology
to enhance the
more
music?
Like auto sound,
auto tune and all that. So these engineers have been able to make some people who are not supposed to be artists.
But they still perform on stage.
And then when you put them on stage, because they mime, let them do live band. That's when you differentiate the shaft from the seed.
No more.
That's where it starts from. So enough respect, enough salute to these engineers who have
that
made
live band no go hard for so many
a lot of people. So but thank God the industry has grown, the industry has become what it is, and it's not just about Nigeria, it's all over the world, So as the industry is moving, we're also trying to catch up and then make sure that this thing we're not left behind.
But we have incredible live performance. I've seen incredible
big
live
shout out to
performances.
Burna Boy. Big shout out to Burna Boy. I think he's redefined the act of being an artist, in Nigeria. So people get respect. I think Davido too does a lot. Davido has a lot of good stamina.
That's his voice. Is his voice.
Yeah.
Man.
So big salute to these people. And a few other people. So don't disrespect that. It's not. And I know P Squared strong. They used to be very strong together. I still think they're good, live band wise, but I think the biggest problem we have here now is the financial part of it. People don't do due diligence for the sound. They're not checking for content. They're not checking for the quality. They're not checking for what it should be. They're only playing it because of what the money that they've been put in their pockets. So if you bring me the big box, I'll play your music, whether it's good or not, whether the sound is well produced or not, whether this guy is a great artist or not. Because being an artist doesn't just stop from being, singing. It has to do with the charisma, your personality, and who you are. Can you be sellable? Can you be a brand for 5 years, for 10 years? Those are the things that we used to check, but now I don't think these guys check any of this.
But one would ask, must everybody be like a performer? Some are like studio artists.
Yeah.
Studio artists. Yeah. Because what he is able to cook in the studio sounds so nice, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Is it not entertainment?
No.
It's entertaining.
I agree. I'm not saying that everybody has to be a stage performer.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that the content of what you put out, is it sustainable? So you have to do music. For me, I don't know.
If I think about what's happening today,
and then in the next 3 months, it's gone.
Because you're coming from another era, you might feel I'm not keeping it real. But to my peers now,
it's working.
Yes.
No, we agree that. Even me, I want to be trendy. If you listen to the new song on my new album, one of the songs called "Love of My Life,"
okay,
it is a blend of whatever is happening now.
Okay,
you would love it because you can't stay still. You can't stay still on your own past. You need to redefine, revolve yourself, and be in the. So I was trying to do a video right now. That video it's not something that was way back. I couldn't have done it way back. I just got bold now because I know that this is what the people are liking. People are liking nudity. People are liking things that are not you know, you
It's
should
really
not be-
making sense.
So things that are being glorified is what people are liking. So not what we used to call, can I use the word prostitute?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's now called hookup. It's glorified. It's not looking like it's a bad thing again, is it? It's now the way of
like
life.
funkified.
It's funkified. It's glorified. So a lot of things have been glorified. Even the things that we were when we were growing up was terrible. You can't be seen to be doing it.
Yeah.
But people are doing it now, putting it on a song. And NBC is not banning it. And then you're there trying to say, I don't want to be like this, but you're not selling records. Because you're trying to hold on to your what you believe in, to your personality. But you're not making money. At the end of the day, what is it? It's about money making. It's called showbiz. Showbiz. Without the business, there's no show. So if these guys are not being banned, why can't I do a sound like Pussy Mechanic? Yeah. That's what got me that vexed. Like, okay, what's up? What's happening to these people? I did songs like, Love of My Life on this new album too. I did songs like Best Days of My Life, which really defines who I am. But you can't stay there on the old album. You need to follow this trend. You need to make sure the records
isn't
are
that
sold.
called compromise?
You see, business. If you don't compromise, how you supposed to stay alive?
You must
even in America, even the guys that you call Jamaicans, even the rap heads that you say they are hardcore, at the point they had to blend. Benny Man had to switch.
They went commercial.
Jay-Z has to switch. Because you need to stay in business, but not totally. There should be some depth. When they pick up your body of work, that's why it's good. It's called the body of work. People should be able to define as, okay, some of this guy is Deepo, Tali Kwalip is Deepo. Those guys, do you hear about them? Because they've said, no, I'm not going to do that. They're not heard.
Yeah.
They're not heard because they are trying to be real.
Most of them, we know them now because they shifted.
Yes,
They
you can't even hear
shifted.
Talib Kwalip.
Yeah.
Because it's too hardcore to the people. And like a Tupac, even had to put in melodies, rhythms, R&Bs to make sure that the people could hear him.
Yeah.
Keep your head up.
Yeah.
It's the melody. It's the melody that first catches you. Then you now play it in the club, and then if you don't play it in the club, how are you gonna make the money? If they're not playing in the radio, how are you gonna make money? So it's not my fault. It's the time. So the industry can shape you, can twist you, can conform you to be what you're not.
Okay. You just made mention of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
How do you think an OG like that
Yeah.
was able to manage to stay this relevant all through? This is how many decades now? Most of his peers, you hardly hear about them, but the guy has always been there.
It's the businessman. Signing new acts, putting his money into other kind of business, and that's why I said, don't stay only with the music. Don't stay only with entertainment. Entertainment is
You can't be artist all your life.
Entertainment is supposed to just open up a big door for you to other, parts of life. There's the fashion industry, which is still part of entertainment, which I was telling you. You can actually do that too. He put his money in entertainment, puts his money in sports. Sports is a big thing. So if he has a football club, for instance, does it stop him from doing his music?
No.
Or is he not making money from now? So I think the guy is a businessman. That's why he stayed relevant. And he's got one of the biggest.
So it's because
his wife
he was
is
able to diversify, and he's successful.
Get a
That's
good
why
wife,
he's
get a good woman.
Whoa. Are you saying that is his key?
Beyonce too is one of the reasons why he's very successful. She's a powerhouse.
Okay.
In the industry-wise.
If you ask me, I would say Olamide is our Jay-Z.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Because what you just said about
Olamide has been able to
yes,
to prove people wrong so many times.
Yeah.
Olamide, he doesn't even shout about himself.
Yeah.
If he signs you up, he puts so much energy in trying to make you who you are, what you want to be. You know, some people, there will be a clash of interests. At a point, Olamide might not even be relevant. The artist will be. But the guy is a businessman because the money comes, he shares in that money. He shares in the money.
Of course, it's the business angle.
It's a business
angle.
If somebody comes out and says, Spider-Man, I'm going to put so amount of money on your project. And I'll be like, okay, so how much are you putting? You put this amount. I'll be very happy to give you a chunk of it, because as big as you are, or whoever you are, talent, you might be 5 years and then you're not big blown up. And then somebody will come and put in maybe like 40 million naira, and then you blow up, and then you want to eat everything together by yourself. You might stay the whole of your lifetime because you want to make sure that everything comes to you. It's greediness. It's not business. Other people's money is very good to put into your business. I do logistics. I can tell you for free that sometimes I don't get to buy a bike by myself. Other people's business, other people's money runs the business. So I can tell my guy who sells bike, okay, give me a bike. I'll give you 500k. I'll give you the other ones, you know, I'll spread it over time. Now the business comes in. The people I'm using that bike to generate money. I'm paying you who gave me the bike.
Yeah.
And I'm also making money off that bike. But it's not my, you can't say, but it's registered as my bike until the time I finish paying. It is my bike. So sometimes you need to understand that about business. You need to drag in people.
The mind of an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you can't stay, because entertainer is all about passion. Music, you want to sing. Then people are calling you. You're saying, I'm going to perform it. What about the business? When you're washed now, people are going to see too much of you, and then you have no value.
Yeah, you can't be an artist all your life.
So you have to put some things down for yourself. That after you stop singing, did you expect to see me as good looking as I am? You think, that guy, I don't think.
Very true.
But I pulled up, and then I pulled up right.
I pulled up right, nice. Man. Looking, dripping, man.
And I'm still chilling. You're chilling here, and this place, because they know me and I have a relationship with them.
I'm looking younger.
Man, that's because my mind is always free.
Honestly.
Always free. Open up your mind. Don't keep things in your heart. And then you always get to the higher. You always be young, looking younger, and you're staying fresh every year. That's the rule.
Talking about those that are likely to remain evergreen in the industry.
Yeah.
I think the next person in that space is Don Jazzy.
Oh, Don Jazzy is the humor for me. It will never make him old. Because it's too much of humor.
Honestly.
You can't take it from him.
And the switch was too. It took me like it shook me.
Oh, when
you understand? You know when he first came, he was this guy that looks like
he wasn't talking.
A bad guy that doesn't talk. They bows. You understand?
Yes,
people do things for him.
Yeah.
Doesn't shout.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
he's the one that is loud.
It became more like.
Because the person that who was supposed to be
clowning.
He was
getting it right.
No, it was a. Like I said, it takes a wise man to act foolishly. So he already knew that it was a style. So every time as an artist, you can actually create something that people would identify with.
And that wouldn't have been sustainable.
It could have been if the band was still there.
That couldn't have been sustainable.
He only worked with the band. That was the plan. That was his concept with the band.
Yes.
When he talks, the band should be the one. When he says talks, it's his concept. Everything. That's the reason I like art.
Yeah, that was pure art.
See,
that was pure
I studied science. I did mechanical engineering. I also did computer science in LASU. I finished in LASU. But I can tell you for free that that's the only thing. Art is the only thing that gives you an opportunity to create anything you want to create. And as long as you're consistent with it, people will follow it. But with science, you have to use formulas. You can't go and create anything that is not formula based. That the NGOs or WHO or one scientific people will not come and tell you cannot do like this. But with art, I can decide to wear this shirt backwards.
Very, very true.
I can decide to say my music is Bangolo music.
Yeah.
My Jack Fasher called his music Bangolo music. Who stopped him from calling it that? Was it not reggae?
Yeah.
It was reggae, but he called his own style of reggae Bangolo.
Because it's art.
It's art. You can be very free to even fool yourself. If you see people like Akbi, what's his name?
Akbi? What's it?
Speed Darlington.
Speed Darlington.
Is it not a brand?
Yes,
you don't think it's a brand?
Yeah.
You be playing there. He has a lot of followers.
Yes.
Why do you think? Because he's consistent with his foolishness or whatever he's doing right.
Yeah.
I just said it takes a wise man to act foolishly.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen over time. Just be consistent with whatever you think you're doing, and people are going to follow you. Bro, there's this guy in Ghana that wears a big dog chain that he says he has too much billionaire. That guy that says he's a billionaire. Don't you see that?
The small guy?
Yes. Is it not? Doesn't have? He has followers. That can only happen in art.
Yes.
That can only apply in art.
And he met a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's been recognized.
I think he met a lot.
Who will recognize you in science if you're not too brainy?
You have to follow the formula.
You have to follow the
it's
formulas.
laid down already.
Yes.
So
Newton,
it's like your hands are tight.
you can't do nothing, man, bro. That's why I did what I did. I'm doing what I enjoy what I do.
That's beautiful,
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
beautiful. Okay, some would allege that gatekeepers these days, artists will have to compromise one way or the other before he's put on.
Yeah.
Having been in the industry from the onset, what do you think about that?
First of all, gatekeeping.
Is there any element of truth in this?
Well, there's always, even in every business has those kind of things. If you don't have the right contacts, you never get into you never get the right fundings, or maybe you never get the right power to make sure that you can achieve what you need to achieve. So, but the problem is, what is the gatekeeper telling you to do? Is it what is applicable everywhere worldwide? Is it telling you to do things like sleep with him? Do you get?
As alleged these days?
As alleged these days. Is it telling you to sign a contract that will kill you? Like enslave you? So some of these gatekeepers already know that you need them. So, and you, first of all, that's why I said the first thing I said, please make sure you're doing something else. So that you don't get to be frustrated and be...
So that you are not too desperate.
When you're desperate, somebody tells you, man, you need to kill person before you go blow. Or you need to go and do one juju. You need to do this, you need to do that. But if you're not desperate, if you have another business that's keeping you going, you tell him, man, sir, I'm not going to do this. So this is not what I want to do. This is not why I'm here. But can you say that to everybody? Can everybody say that to when they want to, when you're desperate? Bro, I've seen people do a whole lot. I'm not going to start calling names. Just because of fame. Fame is a big word. It's a big thing. Fame, money, fame, power, and respect. Those three things. You got to be careful what you're asking for, because in the process of trying to look for it, so many things will come to you. So many evil.
In your journey, have you ever had such an offer?
Yes, over time. Over time. Wow. Over time.
So is that common?
It's common. Now somebody will come and tell you, I don't want me to start telling you.
Let's go.
My brother.
Let's go there.
Can you? Some of them will come with, they'll garnish it. Because I have a feeling that they'll garnish it, tell you, let's go to the mountain.
To pray.
When you get there, it's not prayer, it's not mountain, it's not that kind of prayer.
Okay.
You get to see other things that will shock you. You need somebody to be praying for you. You go there, it's not normal praying. They don't get to tell you. Nobody tells you, come and go and put your hand in bad thing. So they'll garnish it and make you feel like it is something that when you get there.
Is it not prayers?
Is it not just prayers? Hey, let's go now. Then you go there and then you're not saying, they'll not tell you, but before you do this prayer, you have to do this, you have to do that. What's that?
Okay.
Is that not you going to selling your soul? The devil will never come to tell you he wants to take your soul, because he knows you might not be able to you might not stay. So they'll garnish it. So the new generation, what they do is, how do you see Babalawo on Facebook? Is Babalawo supposed to be on Facebook? Huh? Yeah, but we see them now. We see but people chat you up on Instagram and tell you that this is what they comfortably tell you they are jazzmen who they can help you do touch and follow. They can help you do this and do that. Those things were things that you had to go into the bush to see the person, and now they're on Facebook. Don't play.
But do you think it works?
How doesn't it work? People are still gullible. You want us to go into religion? No, not today. If people can go to churches that tell them to lie down, then the pastor is matching them. And they are still going to those churches. You don't think that there are people that don't know any other thing else. They've been brainwashed. What they believe in, this is what they think is going to work. They'll go there and they'll be ripping them and be messing up with them, and they don't have anybody else to take them. That is what they call the light. When you can come out, when immediately you come out of that place, now you've seen the light. So some people are in darkness even when there's sunlight.
That's deep, man. Maybe without knowing it.
Without knowing it. Bob Marley said, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. The slavery was not physical.
Of the mind.
The slavery that Bob Marley was telling us was not a physical slavery.
Yeah.
It was your mind.
It was your mind.
And that's where religion comes into play. Sometimes. For the wrong people. I'm not saying religion is bad. But some people take religion and manipulate people. Yes. And tell you that, oh look, this is, somebody told us that is collecting 300,000 naira from people and said, if you want to go to heaven. I didn't hear that story. There was a story that time, one prophet or one guy was collecting 300,000 naira from people who were paying, and told them that if they will go to heaven.
After giving the 3,000, he
killed 300,000.
300,000.
I think he was killing them.
300,000. Then he kills you.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you go to heaven.
I don't know, but there was this story that was on the internet, and I'm wondering.
I'm sure it's not in Nigeria.
It's Nigerian, man, bro.
Wow.
And somebody was telling me, you come and tell me, give me 300,000.
That's a tough one.
It's just everywhere, man. My brother, I don't want to call names. We know all these things. Churches. That's not what we're here. We're here to just talk about Spider-Man, man.
We're here to talk about Spider-Man, but we have to talk about things that bother Spider-Man.
Yeah, it bothers me.
That bothers me. Things that affect his life one way or the other.
Which inspires me.
At the same time.
Yeah.
So it's
the environment that inspires
it's all for good at the end of the day.
If you listen to the people, if you don't have opportunity to get to the news, as an artist, first of all, when I'm writing or what I'm scripting, the environment affects me. So like that song, Plain Truth, was it not the environment? Is it not the government that affected me? And I know that the people are suffering. I might not be suffering as everybody else is suffering. But the fact is, I know that people are suffering. Because when I'm on the street, people are asking me, what's up, man? Baba Alpha. It's because the guys are hungry. So I got inspired and I had to write a song. And express my heart. Because music is supposed to be a language. Every time I'm upset, if I'm angry, I'll write about something that's triggering me. So I have a song on this new album called Lost Your Mind. It's emotional. It's love. But it is love gone wrong. So you need to understand that when we write, things, people who really write, not the ones people they write for. But it's not a crime for people to write for you. But whoever is writing would have been writing from a perspective, from an angle, from what he has seen, or what he's hearing, or what he's feeling.
I know you're a writer too.
I write all
you
my
write,
songs.
You write only for yourself or you write for others?
I write most of my songs right now.
But you write for others?
No.
Okay,
not
just
at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the moment.
You were one time awarded Best Dancehall Artist?
Yeah, I think I've won one or two awards. I can't remember. It's been a while. I've been nominated. At least I know I've been nominated at Sound City Awards. I've been nominated at Headies Awards, Best Reggae Dancehall Artist or song. I don't know. I can't remember. I have to check. I also been nominated. I think I won that. NMVA.
Yes,
Nigerian Music
NMVA.
Video
Yes,
Awards.
yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
I think I won that one. I won that one.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, so best 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 effect on the video.
Okay, it was
best effect on a video.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I've tried. I've gotten my own small respect in the industry. Yeah.
You're working on an album.
Album is out already. It's out already. The album came out by November last year, and then we're still pushing it. It's called Omen, and that's my name. The album was titled
your
my real
name.
name. Yeah.
Okay.
The album was titled My Name, so it's more of a personal album. An album after 15 years.
What does the name mean?
It means relentless.
Relentless. Oh,
Yes. So 15 years ago, that's when I dropped the last album before this one. Okay. So it was very. It meant a lot to me, so I put in a lot of work into it.
What platforms can we get?
Every platform, every single platform you want to get.
Okay. How do you guys?
It's SPYDAMAN, SPYDAMAN, SPY, because that's one of the problems I have. People are always trying to spell my name wrongly.
Okay, spelling it wrong.
Yeah, SPYDAMAN, SPYDAMAN. Title of the album is OMIN, Omen.
Great songs right there.
Yeah, great. And then we have songs like Love of My Life. We have songs like Lost Your Mind. We have songs like African Woman. We have songs like Pussy Mechanic, which is for the people, for the for the clubs. Yeah. So we have songs like Most Wanted, which features my son, who is 16 years old and is doing good too.
You have a 16-year-old son?
Yes, I do. Wow. Don't play. I have a 16 years. He's gonna be 17. He's gonna be 17 by October.
You don't look it, man.
And he's into music too, so he's doing fine. His name is Jan, Jonathan Akwa Nyong, Jan. So watch out for him too.
He's your only son?
I have one son and one daughter.
Good.
I stay very compact because I know the situation. The economy is not good, so I have too many.
So you put brakes more.
Yeah, I match it soon, man. The girl is 14. She's gonna be 15 this year. October 1st, she'll be 15. The boy will be 17 October 4th.
SPYDAMAN, how do you come about SPYDAMAN?
SPYDAMAN. It's like homophones and homonyms. Words that sound the same way, like the Spider-Man that you actually know, that the cartoon character. And then, but we're spelling it differently because it has an acronym. The acronym is Systematically Passing Your Desires Across Musically Addicting Nations. And I spread my webs like the spider spreads. My lyrics are like the webs of the spider. So when I fling it out, it catches the crowd and brings food on my table. So it's just
you still there, man. You still there.
Which is it's like Abinibi. If it's original, it's original. You can't fake it.
Let's put it that way, man.
Yeah, that's the truth.
As my people will say, if it didn't day,
it didn't day.
So reverse is the case, man.
Yes, you do. Don't play.
Say a level is interested in you now.
Yeah.
SPYDAMAN we still want to.
We'll collaborate.
100.
We'll collaborate. I have a brand. I have a label already. It's called Spartan Media Limited.
But it's open to collaboration.
It's open to collaborations. We want to make money, man. Check it out. No play.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So, what's your next project? If any?
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm sure there is. Sorry.
Videos. We're trying to shoot videos. We're trying to shoot videos for the album.
Okay.
We're hoping that we can get financial power to shoot videos for the album, and then promote heavy. Be relevant again, and then do a couple of tours. We're also hoping to do a club tour, Pussy Mechanic club tour, which is supposed to. We're working on that on the ground, and then possibly work on my son's album.
Okay.
On my son's project. That's another thing we're thinking of, so it's good because, I'm supposed to be retiring soon, that kind of stuff. So he's going to, we need to create space for him to take over.
As you're retiring, I'm sure your entrepreneurial
expansion
mind will now begin to kick in.
Yeah, it's kicked in already.
it's in already. It's in already.
It's always been there. It's always been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are to credit one Nigerian artist that has done so much for the industry, who would that be?
Well. Man, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. So this is why I say it's hard. For me, Two-Face did a lot for the industry because Two-Face opened up the industry to the world with songs like African Queen.
Not much people know this.
African Queen was an eye opener to the world that there's something here. Oh, Nigerians are good. Oh. But in terms of branding, and I think Burna Boy.
Branded.
I think energy and being able to register and put respect to Nigerians, Nigerian music is Burna Boy. Yeah, I think Burna Boy. That's for me, man. I might be wrong, but it's my choice.
It was tough though.
It's still tough. Even as I said it, in my head, am I sure? Am I correct? Am I correct?
Okay, then let's have your top 5. I think this will give you room to bring
top
in.
five.
Yes.
The video is on my top 5 in terms of
when you are counting from 1 to
I'm not going to do
from
that.
5 to 1.
I'm not going to put
Okay,
that.
it's in
just
no particular order. No particular order.
I think the hard work is too much. Slow down.
Ajebo they work like see.
I'm telling you, boy. I salute.
I never see her looking at Ajebo like that guy, man.
Hey, slow down. What's going on?
That guy too much.
What's going on? For your first life, you don't get money. So, but I think it's working very hard. It's working too hard. Wizkid is still going to be on that list because Wizkid has some smoothness in his music. I like it too. I like it. I like Burna Boy a lot. I like Burna Boy. I like Ruga. I like Ruga. Ruga because Ruga is the concept, the depth of his music is beyond his age. I think so. Okay. And I have one space, and that's myself.
Spider.
In terms of dancehall music,
definitely.
Music,
dancehall.
Don't play.
No dancehall.
We're right here,
dancehall.
We're right here.
And so I wish I would hear a collaboration
with me and Burna Boy.
I wasn't gonna say Burna Boy, even though it would be a very good one too. Yeah. But I was looking at Pato Rankin.
Oh, Pato Rankin, that's a good guy too.
Pato Rankin.
I think I tried to do a song with Pato Rankin one time.
Okay.
I don't think he wanted to at that time.
Is the management?
I don't know. I think it's a management thing, but because I was writing his house. And we had that kind of discussion. I sent him the vibe, and then I didn't hear from him again. So but no disrespect, no hard feelings.
I believe he was
no hard
under
feelings.
label at the time. Right?
Maybe no hard feelings. It
could be a management decision.
No hard feelings. No beef.
Anyway, but you are still open for such collaboration.
Every time, because I know that the energy
there.
No,
Pato Rankin, bro, that guy. Yeah, I'm looking at the depth. You understand?
No, Pato will do well.
You can go that deep.
No.
I'm sure. And Pato is the deep guy.
Yeah, it's gonna kill. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah, deep guy.
Yeah, we're gonna kill it.
100.
Don't worry yourself. It's gonna come when the time is.
Okay.
When God says yes. Okay, nothing stops anything.
Looking forward to
it. It's grace over everything. Grace over your talent. Grace over your ability.
Okay.
That's what I believe in.
In terms of impact, I think I'll give it to Davido.
Yeah, he's done well. He's done a lot. And he has carried people along.
That's the impact now.
So there's a DJ, EQ.
Let me say your success alone.
It's not worth it.
Yes.
A rich man is only rich when everybody
and that's
around.
Where I think Burna Boy is a bit.
It's not helping.
I think he needs to do more.
Yeah, for the people.
Yes.
Yeah, for the people around.
Yes.
Well, it's family business. It's doing family business.
Yeah.
Most of his.
Anyway, he's always surprises us. So I'm sure he has plans. The guy now no good. So
no go give.
I know he has his retirement plan and everything. So probably that would be in the retirement plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Having you right here, bro. It's been mind-blowing. I really had fun.
Dragging me out of my hole.
I'll do that again.
Yeah.
So some other time, I'm sure.
Be happy.
And I hope you would oblige.
Why not?
All right. So
I didn't stress you now, did I?
you were quite quite responsive.
Yeah.
Honestly, not many artists does that these days. So if you are to say something about the industry, let's say, what would you want to change in today's industry that you think if only this thing will be out of the place, man,
it would have been perfect.
Yes.
I think I want the government to get more involved, and so we cannot be used and be dumped.
How can government be involved in this?
Okay, so
music
music
are
is
the windows.
Windows are like, we have a couple of people who take our music and put on their platforms, like Spotify, like this, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to call too many names, but we know these guys now.
Yeah.
They give us what they think we deserve. Our music is big. It's only when the government puts in place that local for you to do business. But the government can put in place tax that before you an artist uploads his song, you have to be taxed.
Yes.
You have to be a taxpayer, but you cannot control what is being given to us. So if those guys decide to give us 20%, you're not asking questions. What are you giving them 20%? These guys, what are you taking?
Yeah.
And all those money goes back to the countries who are the host nations of these brands, of these people, or even possibly the government opens a platform where Nigerian artists can upload their songs and they can have the same kind of energy that those people have. Okay. Apple Music, is it 4 heads that they have? Spotify, do they have 4 heads? Do you know that these things are in different countries? Why can't we have such things here?
You're making me wonder now. Why
does SPYDAMAN not have it?
Our private sector guys.
No, don't do that.
The big guys. Why are they not doing that?
We don't know, but
they have the capacity.
There's SPYDAMAN. What is SPYDAMAN doing with my royalties?
That reminds me, SPYDAMAN.
There's something they'll be fighting over. Custom will be fighting MSCN. Oh, at the end of the year, they'll send me royalties that I cannot even take to one eatery. You understand? So it's because is that not the government?
Yeah,
they're not playing us right. But at the end of the day, another thing it should be the content, it should be music, we should embrace, the culture in our music. We should do our culture. We should do something that people can identify with us. That's why you see even in my dancehall music, it's called Afro Dancehall Experience. Afro Dancehall. African dancehall. It's not Jamaican dancehall. Yeah. So I need to put some things that people can connect and relate
Afro dancehall.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Bringing it home.
Yeah, bringing it home. So that you hear things like my language in the music. So yes, people need to connect. So we need to actually take off all this too much of nudity.
Were you able to infuse something like that in
my album?
Recent album?
Yes.
Wow, that's
good. Even the name of the album, is it not my name?
Yes.
Is it not my original name? Is it my
yeah.
African name? So these are the ways you can actually make people identify with your people and then create. So I think what we need to take away is beef. Take up that beef. That generational gap, we should collapse it. We should collapse it because somebody will be like, it's old school. So old school doesn't mean that I'm smarter than these guys are new. You take your song to DJs or radio presenters. The first thing they ask you, is it Gen Z? They don't want to play you because they think you're old school. The radio DJ presenters are not helping us. They're not helping the guys who have been around for a while. They just downplay you. If you're not bringing big bucks, they're not going to play you. So the monetary part of the industry.
So they have a soft spot for the Gen Z.
Yes, they have a soft spot, and because those are the people who are desperate to give them whatever they want. Do I have it? I don't have it, please. So, but the music, I have it.
I'm saying they have it. The Gen Zs.
They have sponsors.
I thought poverty is more on the land.
They have it because, let me tell you what.
Poverty is more on the land.
Let me explain it to you. Because the guy is a Gen Z. He has the sponsor quicker. Because the sponsor is going to be looking at the lifespan.
Okay, how long
is going to be to milk this guy?
Okay.
And then, so when he knows he's going to milk this guy for 10 years,
okay,
he will not put his money on that guy.
Yeah.
He will not come and meet me now and be telling me 10 years. What's going on? This is my life you want to take. So they'll now go and give. And then when those guys are taking that song to the radio presenter, they'll come with money now. Heavy money. You now be going there, man, I've been around. I've been around. But I leave this, you've been around. We know you've been around.
Before
I beg you. They might not tell you. They might not tell you directly.
Yeah, I know.
They will take
They'll
the
find
music,
a nice way to
knock you off. And then when you go, they'll just laugh. Even when the music is nice, they don't even play it. So they should take out all those generational barriers and then play us, give us a level playing ground so that people can determine, because it's the people that determine.
I think that barrier would be out of the place if the new artists begin to collaborate.
They don't even respect you for paving the way.
That's the problem.
They don't even think that.
If they should do that, I'm sure it will.
They don't even think you did anything for them.
Oh man.
Are you thinking they don't have that kind of mindset now?
Or they don't think you have a big platform they could tap from.
They don't,
fan base.
But they don't get it twisted.
Because it's business.
It's immunity. Okay. When my immunity is not strong enough to, affiliations are not going to help you. They think you need them. Some people, they'll tell you 25 million naira for a collaboration. I'm not kidding you. For you to do a collaboration with some of these boys, I'm not going to call names. It's 25 million, 30 million. I gave, at least this one, I know that with my influence, I gave somebody skills for 7 million collaboration.
Okay.
So you see, sometimes they're not there, but there.
You said 27 million. How much did you say?
I said 7 million.
No, I'm talking about
25.
25. But do you think some of them are really worth this?
My brother, they have the social media strength, which is not organic too. Some of it was not organic. Some of them were stream farming. Some of them are, So my brother, there are a lot of things that people just hype people because of their personal interest in that brand. So they now use other technological, power to get them relevant, which is stream farming, which is what's the name of these things on TikTok, influencers. So there's a lot of ways you can make a song big, my brother, these days. You can wake up in the morning and then tomorrow you're big if the right people are influencing your song. And then the right people who are going to influence your song need the right money to influence it. And if you don't have the right money to influence it, then you're dead meat.
Then you're rhyming. Good one, bro. Good one. Honestly, nice reconnecting. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming, bro.
Always a pleasure, man.
Look forward to having you again.
I would always come back.
And peace out, everyone.